In the pitch-black hours after civilization falls, every choice is life or death. When law and order shatter, who holds your fate is a split-second decision. The night silence broken by a rifle bolt. That whisper can mean life, or it can be your last. In this countdown, we list the top 10 survival firearms of 2025. Weapons tested by legends, endorsed by troops and preppers, each forged for worst-case drama. From humble rimfires to battle-hardened rifles, these guns can make you matter when the world stops. Buckle in. The stakes are high and our race begins at number 10. It may look like a kid's first rifle, but the Ruger 1022 is a legend. For 60 years, it's been America's favorite .22 LR rifle. In fact, it's the most popular rimfire ever made by Ruger. Lightweight, about 4.7 pounds, and packing a 10+1 round magazine, this semi-auto plinker fires tiny .22 bullets that barely make a sound. You might chuckle at a .22, but don't be fooled. A steady shooter can whack squirrels, rabbits, and even birds at 50 yards all day. And the ammo is as common as rain. In a survival bug-out, that means practice and hunting on a shoestring budget. The new 2025 takedown model only sharpens its edge. Ruger engineers have enhanced barrel harmonics and an improved lockup system for tighter groups. Modern metallurgy and stainless steel parts resist rust in damp camps, and its adjustable barrel tension lets you dial in accuracy with different loads. Every Tom, Dick, and Prepper's cousin knows the 1022's reliability. It will feed almost anything you jam in, and field stripped in seconds for easy cleaning. At roughly $380 to $440 MSRP and $379 for a basic carbine, it's cheap insurance, hundreds of rounds per dollar. In short, the Ruger 1022 is the Swiss Army knife of survival guns. Small, light, and endlessly adaptable with legendary reliability. And as the dawn breaks, that laser small .22 bullet might just keep you alive, even when bigger guns can't whisper. Next up, a gun you can fold and hide in your bag, yet still pack a serious punch. Click. In a flash, the Kel-Tec Sub 2000 unfolds into action. This pistol caliber carbine is all about surprise and portability. Chambered in 9mm, most Gen 3s take common Glock mags. With a 15+1 capacity, it only weighs about 4.2 pounds. Ultra light. When folded, it's shorter than a shoebox. Perfect for stash in a pack or under a jacket. The Gen 3 updates make it even more survival savvy. A one-button twist and fold design lets you break it down or snap it together in seconds. And new ambidextrous controls and a lighter trigger boost, handling under stress. The open Picatinny rail means you can slap on a red dot or flashlight for night encounters. Out of a bush, the Sub 2000 blurs into an AR-15 for parts. Reliability is solid, and the recoil of 9mm is gentle. Best of all, Glock magazine compatibility means ammo and mags are everywhere. Stockpiles of 9mm at your bug-out hideout serve double duty for this carbine. Even the Gen 3's $440 price is a gift for a dual-purpose survival gun. It's not for long range, 15 yards max for effectiveness, but for house defense and skunk hunting, its rate of fire is unmatched among survival rifles. Kel-Tec's secret: you won't see it until it's pointed. When it vanishes into your bag or under your coat, your adversaries won't know what hit them until it's too late. And if you think that's clever, wait till you see our next pick, where even water can't quench the fire. The skies fall silent. An old aircraft is down. From the crash, this rifle emerges. The Henry AR-7 was designed as the USAF's survival gun for a reason. It breaks down into its stock and floats, chambered in .22 LR, 8+1 rounds, with a 16.125-inch barrel. It weighs just 3.5 pounds. In moments, you can stow the barrel, bolt, and receiver inside the ABS stock, like tucking away a thermos. The 2025 model isn't just vintage heritage, it's buffed up for the modern apocalypse. New polymer composites and metal treatments make the barrel and action tougher, and a proprietary waterproof coating on the stock means this rifle literally floats in water while keeping dirt out of its guts. It's the ultimate bug-out buddy. You can drop it in a river to hide it, or stash it in your kayak with no fear. In the field, the AR-7 is a small game scalpel, perfect for squirrels or rabbits that'll keep you from starvation. Yes, a .22 won't topple a deer, but you can buy rimfire long after centerfire is gone. Pick up an old Air Force survival kit or even the latest camo version. MSRP approximately $350, and you've got a rifle and a container in one. The Henry's weakness is power, but rumor has it reports claim Some preppers are testing Magnum .22 ammo for the AR-7 to boost its punch. For now, consider it a personal fish and chipper. Small, compact, and unbelievably handy. And speaking of old-school reliability, our number 7 needs no battery or battery pack to remind you it's there. Rat-a-tat, the Mossberg 590's pump might as well be your heartbeat. This 12-gauge pump action is as solid as they come. 7+1 rounds, 8+1 in some models, of buckshot or slug, about 7 pounds, and a reputation so tough it's been battle-tested for more than 6 decades. The 590 is a U.S. military and police staple, the 590A1 fielded by Marines and Navy SEALs, so you know it can swallow mud, sand, and snow without complaint. Its bare-bones design means almost nothing breaks. In a gunfight at close range, buckshot from a 590 turns attackers into ragdolls at 20 yards. Switch to slugs and it can punch through doors or stop a deer at 100 meters. Preppers love it because 12-gauge ammo, birdshot, buck, slugs, is among the most common shells. A round is just a round. And versatility? The 590 can load flashbang rounds, breaching rounds, even Dragon's breath tracers if needed. Mossberg's 2024 lineup adds specialized variants. Mariner for water, Pro Series for SWAT. But the core is unchanged. An unbeatable price, a $400 to $600 for combos, and iron sight simplicity. When you pump a Mossberg and it cocks, you know power awaits. There's no fancy optics to fail, just a reliable champion that says back up with every loud boom. Up next we move to steel and wood, a throwback that channels the Old West. Click, thwack, the lever snaps like old Hollywood. But this big boy packs modern heat. The Henry Big Boy X357 Magnum lever action is essentially the 4.4 Magnum's little brother. 8+1 rounds of 357 mag, or 3/8 special for practice. With an octagon 18.5-inch barrel and sturdy matte blued steel, it weighs about 8 pounds. Full wood just shy of that. The X model adds accessory rails but sticks to the same ballistics. In practical survival terms, it crushes. 357 Magnum will take down hogs or deer at moderate range with a single hit, a verified step up from many hunting rifles. The X series adds a red dot rail, fiber optic sights, and a rubberized stock to soak up recoil. Henry built its name on the Winchester 1873 legacy. Their modern repeater is crisp, reliable, and just about impossible to gas out or jam. The trigger is as sweet as an SAA's, and loading through the side gate is fast enough in a pinch. Survivalers love that 357 is ammo-dense. Think semi-auto guns like S&W 686, Glock 27, etc. And still potent. The downside, it's heavy and loud. But at $950 MSRP, it could be one of your last guns standing, roaring power with every pull. In the darkest forest, that lever 357 says, "I won't run out or break on you." When it catches light, foes scatter. Don't get too comfortable though. Our number 5 is about to shout louder than any revolver. In war and chaos, some tools are tried and true. Enter the AK-47 variant at number 5. The PSA GF3 is a civilian 7.62 by 39 mm semi-auto built like a brick outhouse. Each bullet hits like a hammer, and recoil feels like a polite pat on the shoulder. In prey terms, 7.62 by 39 will swiftly take down deer and hogs, and with heavy bullets it's enough to stop charging threats. This AK throws fire in 30-round drums, and you can stack up tens of spare mags easily. The round is sluggish beyond 300 yards, so think woods and fields. Spare parts? Global, millions of these rifles were made, so old Soviet ammo cans and magazines are common. You can even handload once brass is picked clean. PSA's GF3 model sells for about $649, not cheap by AK standards, but still affordable for a certified classic. In the darkest SHTF months, you'll appreciate that AKs can take brutal abuse. They work when other guns fret. Dirty, hot, cold, the GF3 will just keep chugging lead. Its receiver is stamped steel, ambidextrous safety, and the wooden stock is nearly impervious to the elements. You get no optics standard, but nobody survived Afghanistan with a holographic sight anyway. Endorsed by self-sufficient shooters and guerrillas worldwide, the AK's nickname Alex's Legend might as well be plague for anyone standing in front of it. You fire one round, then the next, up to 30. A credible man-stopper that's slow to empty. When the air clears, you'll hear the click of its charging handle as you sneak round corners. But what if you need civilian firepower close-up? That brings us to number 4. Nothing says defense in a pinch like a massive handgun. The Glock G20 10mm is huge for a reason. It bristles with energy. This polymer pistol carries 15 rounds of 10mm auto, about 50% bigger bullets than a 9mm. In survival terms, 10mm is the modern flat-shooting powerhouse. Hot loads can theoretically down a bear from the hip, though we won't try it. More realistically, every bullet punches through a thick obstacle or a grizzly-thick skull. You can hunt deer, hogs, or coyotes with it. Preps say a 180-grain 10mm slug is surprisingly accurate, out to 50 yards. Yet switch to 130-gram self-defense rounds and the recoil tames down to a stout 9mm plus, still with double the punch. Glock's AR-15 mentality applies here. Unmatched aftermarket and spare parts. Add-ons, optics, and extended mags are trivial to find. The G20 sells for about $620. It's a big gun, true, but imagine a soap-on-a-rope G19 you can drag by the holster. In desperate fights, up to 15 plus 1 rounds of 10mm means bigger guarantee per shot. In 2024, the G20 is a veteran. No new model has radically changed it, but Glock just keeps churning safety and texture updates. So the Glock 20 is your last resort enforcer. Lightweight, concealable on a good holster, yet rings steel like a 6-shooter loaded with motorcycles. It's also shockingly versatile. Some preppers even mount a carbine stock brace on it for extra control. After ringing 5 boreholes with 10mm Fury, you'll ask yourself what matters more, volume or power. For true range, number 3 has the answer. Dead silence. This bolt gun is always quiet until it speaks. The Ruger American in .308. Winchester is a modern classic for serious survivalists. Think of it as a failure-proof hunting rifle. Simple, rugged action, no gas or springs to foul, and a powerful round that stretches farther than any handgun. Typically 20-inch barrel, approximately 6.5 pounds unloaded. It holds 5 plus 1 rounds of .308. The .308 round is literally military standard, same case as 7.62 NATO. And its ballistics will kill deer or elk at 200 plus yards and even punish light vehicles at range. This gun's iron sights or scope can put rounds on a target's out to the timberline. New models like Ruger's Gen 2 include improved stocks and bedding for sub-MOA accuracy, and many survive crowdfunding by aftermarket stocks. For about $475, the Ruger American is a steal compared to other bolt guns. Lighter than the old Rem 700, faster to cycle, and stocked in glass-filled polymer that sheds water. In 2025, survival writers still applaud the bolt action's reliability. It never overheats in a firefight, and if you're really down to nubs, you can even hand cycle it if the bolt breaks. Trust it for any big game meal. And when you miss, spares abound. There are millions of .308 bullets out there. Heck, rumor says some enterprising preppers are even running corrosive surplus to save other ammo. At dawn, that single crack means dinner or defense from far away. Coming up at number 2, if you thought a 10mm pistol was sweet, just wait. It's the volume champion of the pistol world. 9mm of freedom. The Glock 19 Gen 5 is the ultimate all-rounder pistol. 15 plus 1 rounds of 9mm, plus dozens of magazines in any wrecked police car. About 23 ounces unloaded. It's light, slim, and nearly unflappable. The G19 is as reliable as they come. Users report, after thousands of rounds, it's still going strong, still as reliable as when it arrived. Why it's survival gold. 9mm ammo is the most common centerfire round on Earth. Every house likely has extra mags. Every NATO cache has tons. Glock parts are everywhere. The trigger is safe yet consistent. No doubt Gen 5 is even smoother. If bullets rain down around you, a Glock 19 is compact enough for close quarters, but accurate enough to drop threats at 50 yards. It's also trivial to train with. Somebody in your family or militia probably already knows it. Endorsed by military and police worldwide. Fingerprints on insurgent guns regularly. A current Gen 5 Glock 19 runs around $550 to $600. Nothing fancy to say because no complaints need addressing. It does its job with no drama. In a world gone mad, a Glock 19 in hand is reassuring. And it's the gun you'll see in every abandoned safe or stolen cache. It's the Swiss Army knife of handguns. Subscribe, hit like if you dig the Glock, and let's roll on to the pinnacle. M16 on meth. The winner of our countdown is the modern AR-15. embodied here by Colt's Enhanced Patrol Rifle EPR in 5.56 NATO. Why? Modularity and firepower. This black telescoping stock rifle weighs approximately 6.6 pounds with a 16-inch barrel and runs on the world's most common rifle cartridge. Every paramilitary in existence fields an M4 by M16 variant. That means spare parts and ammo are all over the place. The EPR example sports a free-float M-lock rail, flip-up iron sights, and a glass-filled polymer lower, robust and corrosion-resistant. It holds 30+1 and fires near M16 cyclic rate, though semi-auto only for supremely controllable bursts. In 2025, ARs only get more advanced. The EPR is about $1,280 street, but dozens of brands offer clones for much less. The platform's insane aftermarket gives you everything from night vision scopes to folding braces. Versatility, unmatched. Switch to .300 BLK for subsonic survival stealth, or add a 3-gun trick kit. The core design is unchanged. Reliability, Colt meets mil-spec proven in Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan. If an apocalypse nerd asked Marine snipers, "What's your dream pack rifle?" many would point here, or an A2 with a bungee sling. It shoots as far as you can see, and with spare magazines across continents, it's the ultimate "I know I'll find bullets" gun. In the end, it isn't about calibers or coatings, it's about who's left standing. Survival isn't glamorous. It's grit, blood, and the choices you made before the power went out. Each firearm on this list is more than steel and powder. It's a lifeline. Whether you're hunting under a blood moon with a .22, holding back chaos with 10mm thunder, or watching your 6 with a folding carbine, remember, these aren't just guns. They're trust forged in fire. The best survival firearm, it's the one you know, train with, clean by candlelight, and carry when everything else fails. Thanks for watching. In the next blackout, EMP, or collapse, these top 10 won't just save your life, they'll define it.